Entitled women are some of the most frustrating people on earth, but what happens when they're finally put in their place by the cops?
I don't think I've done anything to be detained for.
Hey, park the car!
Stop!
Boys and girls, we have ourselves another entitled woman video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that Cash App, and welcome to the Radical Masculine.
The ideas, opinions, and beliefs of the radical masculine are for entertainment purposes only. We make fun of everyone equally.
Starting with the case of Brittany Scholler, a young entitled woman who thought her own issues put her above the law, who
Wow, look at her. She's beautiful.
didn't react well to cops saying no.
You're assaulting me! Get the out of my fucking face, you loser!
On the evening of December 29, 2021, homeowners in La Crosse, Wisconsin heard a loud crash just outside the home. When they went to investigate, they saw their car had been rammed into by a young woman driving a red Chevy. The roads were icy and the skies dark, but something is telling the officers that there was something else at play in this strange accident.
So yeah.
I'll let you chat with Officer Lee Baker here.
Who was driving this car?
Nobody was driving it. Nobody was driving it. That's my car. She hit the car and hit that one and that one.
So who was driving the red car?
I was.
You was? Alright, mind if I talk to you over here?
Yep.
The woman was identified as 27-year-old Brittany Scholler and was easily determined to be the driver at fault in this incident. After all, she rammed into a parked car. Sensing something
I was gonna say, what made you think that? Is it the fact that she hit the parked car, or...?
is off, the cop decides to ask the shake-it-up girl a few questions.
Alright, so where are you coming from?
Friend's house.
Friend's house? Alright, what were you doing at your friend's house?
Hanging out.
Hanging out? Okay, have you had anything to drink tonight?
Unfortunately, no.
Lies. What do you mean, unfortunately, no?
Brittany is claiming she hadn't had anything to drink, but she's not doing a great job of hiding it. The officer noted that she had glossy eyes, slurred speech, and he could smell alcohol.
She's like, I had nothing to drink last tonight, unfortunately.
On her. So, as you might expect, the cop asks Brittany to perform a few field sobriety tests. Because of the cold weather, though, he decides to bring her back to the police station and do them there. News she doesn't take well at all.
Alright, so what I want to do is I just want to go back to our station, just run you through some fields, okay? So basically what the fields is, I can kind of smell a little bit of alcohol intoxicants coming from you, okay? I don't want you to do out in the cold, alright? We're gonna go, it's my job. We gotta make smarter decisions when we drive it, okay?
My little brother died.
I know, but I'm sorry, and it's a mistake, and it won't happen again. And apparently she's gonna say something about her brother. That is sad. Rest in peace. No jokes in that department. But the world doesn't care about what you're going through. We all expect results, and we expect you to make wise decisions. That's part of being an adult.
6 months ago, I just got.
You gotta record soon, we gotta go to the station, okay? You gotta watch my squad, okay?
What the do you guys need from me?
Well, I can smell some intoxicants coming from you, okay?
Brittany is quickly becoming hysterical and making the sobriety tests essentially pointless. What's interesting is the story about her little brother, and especially how she's trying to use it as an excuse to be let go. Since this is so freshly on her mind, it seems as though this is genuinely something bothering her, and for good reason too. And with all the information we have, it also looks like she's using alcohol to forget her woes and take her mind off things. But all this did was just make things a million times worse.
My brother f***ing died.
Okay, so look at this accident and tell me if you could have caused some injury to somebody else.
You're right. So
we're gonna walk to this first squad.
You're right. My brother died in a car accident. And I miss him so much. I've already been in jail.
Now that men and women are equal, women are going to find out that it doesn't matter what has happened in your life. You know, you have to pay the consequences. There's no more such thing as crying your way out of a ticket. There's no second or third chances because you're a poor woman. Nah, I mean, yeah, this is the equality you fought for.
come on.
And even then, they do 66% less jail time than their male counterparts.
My brother fucking died.
It seems as though Brittany is too drunk to realize that her actions tonight could have been the reason that someone else lost her little brother. What's even sadder is that her brother died by driving drunk himself and crashing with 3 passengers on board, one of whom being Brittany herself. She saw firsthand how dangerous and frankly stupid this crime is, yet decided to do it just 6 months later. Once back at the station, they began the sobriety tests. These take a while, but you really only need to see this part to know how well it went.
What I want you to do is I just want you to follow this finger with your eyes and your eyes only. Do not move your head. Do you understand?
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Just with your eyes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can you open your eyes for me, okay?
No, you already think I'm a piece of shit.
But I didn't say that, Brittany.
No, I know that you do. You guys already think I'm a fucking loser.
No. Brittany, I just want to make sure you're safe to drive and not putting anybody else in danger.
Come on, I can do it again. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I was in ballet, bitches, and also tap dance. So fucking tell me about it. My little brother died 3 months ago.
No, we're not saying we don't care about that, Brittany.
Well, you know what?
And we can get to talk about that. We just gotta finish these tests, and then we'll get out of here.
The next few minutes are more of the same before the cops rightly decide that Brittany is too drunk to have been driving, but
Officers, get her the fuck out of here.
this is just the start of the case. As now she's officially been arrested, she decides to start piling on the charges, making everything worse and being downright strange.
Alright, let's let him rip.
I'm gonna fucking let everybody know you guys fucking me over, you fucking pieces of shit. No, you fucking losers. You know, you guys try to have sex with me, you fucking losers. Yeah, guess what? I have your semen
Here comes the assault accusations. It never fails. It is a modern woman go-to.
in my
Stop it.
fuck you.
I mean, I don't doubt that she has semen inside of her. I don't doubt that, but the police's semen? I don't think they like or I was gonna say like the boat seamen, but I don't think they're in the Navy.
What do you want out of my pocket? What do you want out of my pocket? What the f*** you got out of my pocket? Aside from your semen, you
That's
fucking...
not what we gonna do. We're not gonna be kicking, okay?
No!
Do you understand me?
Brittany, we understand you're going through a lot with what's
Oh,
going on, okay?
you understand I'm going through a lot. A police officer assaulting me.
Brittany, stop.
You're assaulting me. You're assaulting.
I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. It is women like this that make real victims look bad, or it makes it harder for them to go to the proper authorities when some shit does happen. Because there are women like this that are making it sound like all these women do is lie, or they use it as a trump card when shit hits the fan against men.
Are you serious? What the f***? What the f***?
Brittany, get your foot in the car.
You're assaulting me.
Brittany, get your foot in the
You're
car.
assaulting.
She's now accusing the cops of assault of numerous kinds, as well as kicking the cops and resisting arrest. She is becoming hysterical, and nothing she's doing is helping her case. Take a look at how she acts when she's reminded again that she's under arrest.
The faster we get this process done, the faster we can call your mom.
What have I done wrong?
You're under arrest for whatever you like.
For what?
For operating while under the influence.
She hasn't even done anything wrong. They're assaulting her with words. This is verbal violence.
Okay? The faster we get this process done, the faster
Call my mom.
we will call your mom, Brittany, okay? Brittany, there's just some things that
Your f***ing officers trying to f***ing rape me. Are you serious?
it's all been on camera.
F*** that. Get the f*** out of my
Sure, she's drunk, but this is disgusting.
face, you piece of f***.
We're not
Get
gonna
the
be
f***
kicking.
out of my
What we gonna do?
face.
We're not gonna be kicking.
You.
We're not gonna
Get
be
the
kicking.
f*** fuck out of my fucking face. Get the fuck out of my fucking face, you loser.
Put your feet
Imagine being a fucking piece of shit. Get the
Her behavior didn't change at all for the rest of the case. She remained uncooperative while getting her blood drawn at the hospital, tried to kick officers and resist back at the station, and the cops even had to remove the chairs from the interview room because she was kicking them around so much. At one point, she even tried escaping the interview room while she was handcuffed.
No, this is not acceptable.
Hopefully she got the proper consequences. If I find out that she just got a couple of months of probation, I'm gonna call bullshit.
Take a seat.
Dude, get your hands off of me.
We can't have you walking around. Please stop.
Get your hands off of me.
I don't want you to get hurt.
This is not acceptable.
Stop. I need you to sit down.
Get your hands off of me.
96, 98, you want to come in?
Brittany was eventually thrown into a cell and charged with felony battery to an officer, disorderly conduct, operating a vehicle while under the influence, and failure to keep a vehicle under control. Her exact sentence is unknown, but somehow, even with all of this strange
I'm gonna say a fine, a little bit of probation, maybe some community service sprinkled on there. Nothing much.
behavior, she still didn't manage to get the officers as worked up as this entitled woman did.
Stop!
In June of 2020, BLM protests were at an all-time high, and the police felt the need to monitor them and ensure no laws were being broken. During one of these protests in Orlando, an officer noticed a vehicle blocking a lane of traffic with its hazard lights on and decided to pull them over for a chat. This is the strange interaction that followed.
Get out of the car. Do you want to go to jail? Seriously? Either get out of the car or you're going to jail.
Why am I getting out of the car?
We're telling you to get out of the car.
Why am I getting out of the car?
I got it. You're stopped in the middle of the roadway. You're violating a traffic violation. So at this point, you are being detained. Do you understand?
I wasn't doing anything besides
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm going to ask you to step out of the car.
Tell them to park in front.
Or we're going to remove you out of the car. Your choice. I'm trying to be nice. I have not been disrespectful. Have I?
No, but I don't think I've done anything to be detained for. Do not reach into my car. Do not reach into my car. Stop. Stop.
Hey, park the car.
And then they start pulling out their phones and they know the law and it's just one mistake after another.
Stop! 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 Stop!
Get out of the car.
Oh my God!
Get out of the car. Put your hands behind your back.
Get out of the car.
Okay, okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
I bet you that hippie doesn't believe in peace and love anymore.
Get out of the car. Put your hands behind your back. Get out. Put your hands behind your back.
With the phone recording and the immediate refusal of police orders, it's obvious this girl was acting extremely entitled. The cops recognized this immediately and knew that this conversation never goes anywhere, so decided to quickly put an end to it. The issue is the act of breaking the window did look incredibly violent and obviously got all the other protesters pretty riled up.
Can you put that car in park? Put the car in park.
I didn't do anything.
Get it in the car.
And as she sees people, I didn't do anything, somebody help me. Protesters, I'm telling you, like the people that participate in this shit and they loot privately owned stores, they're all just fucked up in the head. They just, you know, they act like they're protesting for a good cause, but why are you breaking into that store and stealing shit? Or why do you act like, I don't know, they act like police are the enemy.
What did she do? Yeah, it was in park. What did she do? County Tag 22. We got one detained. And if we can get a couple more units for crowd control. County Tag 22. Can you start FD, please? Hispanic
I am
female.
bleeding. I need an
Awake and
ambulance.
breathing.
You guys are literally pissing me.
You shoulda got out of the car like they asked.
I am bleeding. I need an ambulance.
It's gonna be for the 10:15. She's got minor cuts from glass. Relax. Okay, stay in the car. It is on the way.
What the?
Well, stay in the car.
I need to spit. I have blood in my mouth. Get away from me, okay? Just step away so I can spit. Justin!
All right, if you're gonna scream and stuff, you will be put in the car. Stop screaming.
Can you just tell my friend to take
Yes,
my car, please?
I will.
You had to break my window, really?
You rolled my arm up in your window.
Because I felt unsafe.
Well,
you
I'm
guys
sorry.
are killing people like me.
I'm asking you to
Are
step
you
out.
serious?
I'm not gonna argue with you, or I'm gonna throw you back in the car. Your
I
choice.
didn't do
You did not get out of the car. You stopped in the middle of the roadway. We asked you to get out of the car.
What the f is wrong with... You could have taken my eye out.
Or you could have got out of the window, out of the car, none of this would have happened. So you did this to yourself.
The rest.
Exactly. That's how I'd be. If I was a cop, even though my... Never mind, but if I was a cop, I'd be no nonsense, you know? Like, I'd be fair, but I'd be firm.
Of the stop goes pretty much the same way, but there is a hilarious moment later down the line where the cop explains the difference between being detained and being arrested, which stops her in her tracks immediately.
At most, you would have got a verbal warning and you would have been free to drive off. All you had to do was step out of the car.
If I step out of the car,
Nothing
that
was
means
going to
I am being
happen.
You did not tell me that. You said I am being detained. Step out of the car.
Yes.
Why am I being detained? Why are you reaching into my
you know,
car?
a traffic
I am fearing
stop,
for my life.
A traffic stop means you're being detained. A basic traffic stop. You're not.
I did not know that. You said I am being detained, which is I'm being
Well, that's your fault for acting like a know-it-all, but really not knowing shit.
arrested.
No,
Where
being
am I going?
detained
I am
and being
fearing for my
arrested are
life.
two different things. For someone that acts like they know so much, simple stuff. Being detained, when the lights and sirens come on, that means you're physically being detained. You're not free to leave. That does not mean you're under arrest. I would have asked for your driver's license, your registration, your proof of insurance. Once everything checked out, you would have been free to drive off.
She obviously wasn't too happy about that one. Eventually, a medic arrived to check her out and observed that she had a few minor cuts.
For some reason, it got popular to accuse all police officers as murderers, and therefore you can be defiant to them, and you don't have to listen to them, you don't have to show any respect to them because there was a cop somewhere that killed somebody. And I'm not saying that that's right, clearly that has to stop, but for the amount of encounters that police have every day with people, and for the few times that it actually does happen, that does not give you the right to feel that you are above the law, or you don't have to respect them. Now, sure, you could live by your own philosophy and you could hate cops and not give them any respect, but guess what? Be willing to accept the consequences. You can't have it both ways. You can't be disrespectful and non-compliant to the police while simultaneously having great experiences them when you break the law.
Across her face, and she was taken to a hospital for treatment. Nothing is known about where the case went from here, but it's presumed that any charges against the woman were dropped and she was let go with a warning as mentioned by the cop. At the end of the day, this girl didn't really commit any crimes. She was just behaving badly and not complying with the police. But what happens if you mix that with one of the most despicable crimes you can commit?
Now you seen the kids in the car left.
On the 21st of August 2021, police were called to a blood bank on a sickening call. A passerby had reported 2 children stuck in the car at the height of the Ohio summer.
213 on the radio. What's the temperature?
You pointed out to me that you seen the kids in the car left. I talked to the little girl. She said she don't know how long she been in here.
Okay.
One is like an infant, probably like 4 or 5. And I think the other one was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Like 3-year-old here.
I don't think that's an infant, more like a toddler, but I get what he means.
Was hanging out the car screaming, and then I saw the security guard and I asked him to come outside because this is a serious matter. And I was like, you gotta call the police. This isn't okay.
The cops do what they can to air out the car and keep the kids safe while they wait for their mother to turn up. But while they wait, they get some concerning news from the nurse.
What's your mom's name?
What is it?
Tamisha.
Tamisha. Yep. She was a new donor too. She's been in here for at least 2 hours.
She's been there for a long period of time.
Yeah, long time.
Like what?
She's gonna say she was in there making money to feed her kids and to be a great mother.
At least 2. I can find out the start time if that's something you need.
It turns out she'd been in the building for even longer than 2 hours. It's 11:10 now, but she'd been inside since 7:30 that morning, leaving the kids to fend for themselves in the extreme heat of the car for almost 4 hours. When she finally showed up, though, she of course had a very different story to tell.
How long have you been in there? It's only been like an hour and a half. Like, it hasn't been that long. Ma'am,
Only an hour and a half to get to the car. Hey, laugh. I'm gonna see when she checked in.
So she's been checked in with us since 7:30 a.m.
7:30 a.m. Okay.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus.
It's getting really warm out here now.
It's really hot.
And
And look, the baby's dressed in pants and long sleeves.
Been here since 7:30.
I could really picture her in the chair getting her blood drawn or whatever happens in there, talking about, yeah, I have 2 kids. Oh, they're just great kids. Yeah, not a care in the world. You know, checking her phone on Facebook, taking pictures while her kids are outside in the hot summer weather. Despicable.
Been here since 7:30.
The nurse put into words what everyone was thinking. This is a nightmare scenario and a horrifying example of parental negligence, and things just keep getting worse.
What happened to her arm? Why is her arm in a bandage?
She burned her arm
Okay.
couple like last week.
How?
She got to the arm. I was running, and I had to wait for like a hot second, and she hasn't got to the arm.
Okay, did you go to the hospital for that?
No, it just it was just that bad when I had when I had a teen. So I put ointment on it, like under the counter ointment, and then counteracted. That's all I wanted.
Okay, I'm just gonna check.
Under the counter ointment. What is that? She bought that shit from a back alleyway or what? Over the counter ointment.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's not.
Police, however, we received a 911 call saying that the vehicle was turned off with the windows up and the kids. Hey, can you come here? Do me a favor. Start reaching in the vehicle.
I'm trying to charge this so I can call.
Okay. The windows was rolled up.
Yes, ma'am.
And the kids are here in the home.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
We come here. However, they were unable. People here, bystanders, were able to, open the door, give the kids some water. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
However, this is serious. This is severity crime. Okay. You can't just leave the kids in the car unattended. All right. The car was not on.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't leave it on.
Yeah. I mean, it's hot outside. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you mean to? Okay.
Even if it was on, people can.
She left it off? What a great mother.
Take your children.
Yeah.
They can take your car.
Yeah.
And it's like near 85 degrees outside. Inside that car heats up very fast. And children at a young age are they're easily raise their temperature level.
All right, so I'm gonna go talk to my surgeon here. We're gonna discuss how we're gonna proceed. We're gonna go to the hospital, get the kids checked out. I'm gonna notify Child Family Services. All right, and we'll go from there. Okay. Okay.
It's crazy that the cops should even have to explain this to the
It was only 4 hours. What's the big deal?
mother of not just 1, but 2 kids. And even worse, she's crying as though she didn't expect this to happen. And it seems she especially wasn't expecting this.
You pregnant or postpartum?
No.
Go put your hands behind. We're just detaining you right now, right?
I'm-
Put your hands
I'm
behind
being
your back.
detained?
Yes. Put your hands together like you're praying. Like you're praying. There you go.
Look at my baby.
Yeah, stand by her.
To like put your hands behind your back like you're praying, and she didn't know what to do. She was all because she doesn't pray. She's spiritual, because being spiritual means you have no rules. You can do whatever you want and just love yourself and God.
Hold on.
She's placed in the back of a patrol car while they wait on the medics to make sure the kids are all right. For the record, the windows on the patrol car were rolled down. The woman was hit with a charge of endangering children, but little else is known about what happened to her or her kids.
So that is going to conclude our reaction for the day. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that Cash App, and I will see you in hell, motherfuckers. Spaceman, out of here.